The main villain of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was the High Evolutionary, played by Chakotay Iwuji. And to be completely honest, I love this villain. I think, in my opinion, is one of the best villains in the MCU. He was a great character in a great film. Chakotay Iwuji gave an amazing performance, so I really love this villain in the movie. And actually, interestingly, post movie being out for a couple weeks, James Gunn and Chakotay Iwuji have both confirmed that the High Evolutionary did survive the film, so we could see him appear again in the future. But as for the High Evolutionary in this movie specifically, while he was a great villain, one part that was a little lacking when it comes to comics accuracy was his look. We got our first look at him at San Diego Comic-Con last year in July when Chakotay Iwuji came out on stage in full costume. It was great, but at the same time I was a little disappointed because he doesn't really look like the High Evolutionary does in the comics. At least face-wise. I mean, he looks really cool, he looks really scary, but he didn't have the helmeted, robotic look he has in the comics. Well, now, Andy Park, who is the art and visual director at Marvel Studios, he does all the concept art for, like, pretty much every character and design for a superhero and or villain at Marvel Studios. He has revealed official alternate designs for the High Evolutionary, which were original ideas that were scrapped pretty early on, but did give us a comics accurate look at the High Evolutionary. And this looks awesome. This looks so cool. I love this design. Like, literally, this looks ripped straight out of the comics, but still realistic and MCU-like. I mean, this is great. This looks awesome. I love also that it's more pink than purple. That is one of the biggest gripes I had, is just that, we literally just had Kang. He was all purple, and now we get High Evolutionary, and now he's purple, when he kind of should be pink. But I love this design right here. And we also have another one where it actually looks more like Chakotay Iwuji in the face. This is some great art right here. And would I have loved to have seen this? Yes, I think this would have been a great design for High Evolutionary. But then again, I'm really happy with what we got, because while it's not a comics accurate look, first of all, it gives more of a focus on Chakotay Iwuji's face and allowed his performance to be much more expressive and just scarier, with the kind of face peeling off and everything. So I enjoyed that aspect of it, and I'm happy with the design that we ended up having, because I think it's much scarier than what this would have been. But the cool thing about this, though, is, again, the High Evolutionary did survive, and his whole thing about this movie is that he was always about being perfect, and that's why he wore the kind of skin mask, is to hide his mutilated face underneath. So now, post Guardians 3, if we see this character return in the future, it would make a lot more sense if he had this robotic, comics accurate looking suit, because now he's even more afraid about his personal look and wants to cover it up even more and enhance it, or perfect it, as he would say, with all these robotics and experimentation. So that would be really awesome to see that in the future. But for now, I really love the design he had in Volume 3. But I also love this alternate comics accurate look as well. So hopefully we'll be seeing it at some point in the future. Not sure when or where High Evolutionary could return, but the possibility is there. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this alternate look at High Evolutionaries in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Would you prefer this more comics accurate look for High Evolutionary, or are you happy with the scarier, more facial design of Chakotay Iwuji for High Evolutionary in Volume 3? And would you like to see the character return in the future? And do you think he could return with this more comics accurate look? So thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.